Life is a tapestry of incredible diversity. From the smallest insects to the largest whales, every living organism possesses unique characteristics. The secret code lies within the cells, in genes and genomes. These components hold the key to life's complexity and beauty. Genes are the fundamental units of heredity, responsible for transmitting traits from parents to their offspring. These tiny segments of DNA, a complex molecule found within the nucleus of almost every cell, act as the blueprint for life. They carry the instructions for building and maintaining an organism, dictating everything from its physical appearance to its susceptibility to certain diseases. Think of genes as individual recipes in a cookbook. Each recipe contains a specific set of instructions for creating a particular dish. Similarly, each gene contains the instructions for building a specific protein. Proteins are the workhorses of the cell, carrying out a wide range of functions essential for life. They form the structural components of cells, act as enzymes that catalyze biochemical reactions, and transport molecules within and between cells. The information encoded within a gene is organized into a specific sequence of chemical building blocks called nucleotides. These nucleotides, adenine A, thymine T, guanine G, and cytosine and C, are arranged in a unique order that determines the amino acid sequence of the corresponding protein. Just like the order of letters in a word conveys meaning, the order of nucleotides in a gene determines the structure and function of the protein it encodes. The discovery of genes revolutionized our understanding of inheritance and paved the way for groundbreaking advancements in medicine, agriculture, and biotechnology. By understanding the structure and function of genes, scientists can develop new therapies for genetic disorders, engineer crops with improved yields, and even unravel the mysteries of human evolution. Genes exert their influence by directing the synthesis of proteins, the building blocks and functional molecules of life. Each gene carries the code for a specific protein, dictating its amino acid sequence and ultimately its three-dimensional structure. This structure determines the protein's function, influencing a wide array of traits, from eye color to disease susceptibility. The process of gene expression, from DNA to protein, involves two main steps: transcription and translation. During transcription, the DNA sequence of a gene is copied into a messenger RNA, mRNA, molecule. This molecule acts as an intermediary, carrying the genetic information from the nucleus to the cytoplasm, where protein synthesis takes place. Translation occurs in the ribosomes, cellular machines that read the mRNA sequence and assemble amino acids into a polypeptide chain according to the genetic code. This chain then folds into a specific three-dimensional structure, forming the functional protein. The interplay between genes and the environment shapes the traits of an organism. While genes provide the blueprint, environmental factors can influence gene expression, affecting the type and quantity of proteins produced. This interplay underlies the concept of phenotypic plasticity, the ability of an organism to exhibit different traits in response to environmental cues. For instance, the gene for height might determine an individual's potential height range, but environmental factors such as nutrition and health during childhood can influence their final height. Similarly, while genes play a role in determining skin color, exposure to sunlight can trigger the production of melanin, leading to skin darkening. Understanding how genes shape our traits is crucial for addressing various challenges in healthcare, agriculture, and conservation. It allows us to develop personalized medicine approaches, breed crops with enhanced nutritional value, and protect endangered species from the threats of climate change and habitat loss. Variations on a theme. Understanding alleles. While genes provide the blueprint for life, they don't always exist in a single, uniform version. Just like a recipe can have variations, genes can have alternative forms known as alleles. These different versions arise from mutations, changes in the DNA sequence, which can alter the instructions encoded within a gene. Alleles are responsible for the variation we observe within and between species. They can differ slightly in their DNA sequence, leading to subtle or significant changes in the corresponding protein structure and function. These variations can manifest as different traits, such as eye color, blood type, or disease susceptibility. Consider the gene responsible for eye color. This gene exists in multiple allelic forms, with the two most common alleles being the brown eye allele and the blue eye allele. The brown eye allele codes for a protein that produces a large amount of melanin, the pigment that gives color to our eyes, skin, and hair. The blue eye allele, on the other hand, codes for a protein that produces less melanin, resulting in lighter eye color. The inheritance of alleles follows specific patterns, with offspring inheriting one allele from each parent for each gene. The combination of alleles an individual inherits determines their genotype, while the observable traits they express constitute their phenotype. The existence of multiple alleles for a single gene contributes to the genetic diversity within a population. This diversity is crucial for the survival and adaptation of species, as it provides a wider range of traits for natural selection to act upon. Alleles and inheritance. Passing traits through generations. Alleles are passed from parents to offspring through the process of inheritance. Each parent contributes one allele for each gene, and the combination of these alleles determines the offspring's genotype and phenotype. The inheritance patterns of alleles can be complex, but they follow the fundamental principles of Mendelian genetics, named after Gregor Mendel, the father of modern genetics. Mendel's work with pea plants revealed the basic laws of inheritance, including the law of segregation and the law of independent assortment. The law of segregation states that each parent carries two alleles for each gene, and these alleles separate during gamete formation, with each gamete receiving only one allele. The law of independent assortment states that the inheritance of one gene does not influence the inheritance of another gene. These laws explain the inheritance patterns of many traits, including single gene traits like cystic fibrosis and Huntington's disease. However, the inheritance of complex traits such as height, intelligence, and disease susceptibility involves the interplay of multiple genes and environmental factors, making it more challenging to predict. The field of genetics has advanced significantly since Mendel's time, with scientists now able to map the entire human genome and identify
Want to rise to your full potential in your studies and revise like a boss? You can trust Study Guide today to have you covered. Subscribe to this channel and see our website linked in the description of this video to see revision articles to maximize your study gains.